Will.
It was a shocking affair entirely.
Yeah. Can you hear it?
Who's that? They're coming through all right, is it?
I don't know.
We won't know it afterwards, says you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kilconnelly pitch here. Dylan, when you think of momentous rivalries, you think Rangers Celtic, you think Steve Collins and Chris Eubank. Where would you rank this game amongst those?
Oh, it's definitely well above the lot of them. Well above. Like I said, the camaraderie, the conditions are perfect today. No slipping or sliding there and nothing happening.
Kilconnelly in green and red, Kilbannon in white and blue. John Igo carries the ball forward into the far corner, into Jonathan Mannion. Broken out. Conor O'Neill breaks the 45. Looks for Mark McDonough out wide right. Mark's ball into Mike Daly. Great to see him back on the field, isn't it?
Oh, serious. After coming a long injury, a long time out injured. Into the baby Jesus, aka Adrian Murphy.
Another man great to see back on this field.
Yours fenders.
Well dealt with by the Kilconnelly, or the Kilbannon full back line off all Mordens, all out of the one house. Dubious decision there, but Barry Kincannon breaks with the ball. Into Daniel Kincannon, no relation. Keane comes out with the ball, Keane Martin. Paul Mannion a long way back inside the zone of 21, gathers the ball, he breaks the halfway line. Uses John Igo, who drives forward with power. Slight misconnection there, drops the ball short. Daniel Kincannon with loads of time. Up this right wing nearest to us here. The slow patient build up is something they've been working on for months, Dylan, isn't it? Early ball into Craven. Ryan O'Neill is through. No, he's not. A great tackle by Jonathan Mannion. TP O'Malley gives that as a 45. He's looking into the sun though. Ryan O'Neill, a beautiful striker of the ball.
That's from all his years in Kilchanvy United.
He has the distance, he has the accuracy. That's the first point for Kilconnelly.
Beautiful stroke.
Down the middle, John, go. Remember your ball down the middle.
Broken in the middle, ball gathers again. Into David Prendergast. Plenty of speed there. The hand pass was just short. Free into Kilconnelly there. Decision is contested by the Kilbannon management there. Martin Hughes stamping his authority on the game at the very beginning. He'll take no messing. There might be a few cards here today, and not Christmas ones.
Small man, big presence.
Paul immaculate from freeze once again. That's a point apiece. KG affair done in the first 5 minutes. Bit of shadow boxing, sussing each other out, I think.
All trying to get rid of the dinner.
Mark McDonagh gathers on the break. Stephen Daly not letting him steal a run. Nathan Craven gathers, tries to break the tackle, but goes back to Mark McDonagh again. Very fond of the direct ball in. Oh, good save by Tommy Mannion. Oisin Martin gets the ball out to James Morden and out to Alan Flaherty in a bit of space. Raymond carries the ball out. Back to James. John Igo in the middle. Across to Alan Flaherty. And back to Raymond. Lovely hand passing football. Back to James. Great kick pass into space, but it's intercepted by Conor O'Neill. Carries through the 45. An important hand there by Martin Newell. Probably the freshest legs in the field. A man that's getting married in a couple of weeks' time. Hopefully there'll be no cold feet that day either. David Prendergast now on the line. Breaks the 45. At pace, space in front of him. He goes for the jugular and I think he hits John Kerrigan. Teddy gathers.
Teddy drops. Teddy collects.
An important hand there by Conor O'Neill. That looked off the ground now to me. Owen Daly breaks out.
Thrown to the ground.
No free.
Sure.
Some people accuse this ref that there might be a bit of Kilbannon bias. But we'll say nothing until we see more.
For a second,
Brian Igo carries.
Tony Melia.
Early ball from James into Teddy, who could have taken the mark but didn't. Ball back out to Jonathan Mannion. He's got Keane Martin in the corner. He needs to get out of there. He's on the ground. And a free in to Kilbannon. I don't think we have someone with a left one strong enough to shoot from there, so it'll be an attempt to work it in. Or out. Gathered by John Kerrigan. Kieran Ryan is in. Still Kieran. Stephen Daly looking to work space for the shot. James Morden looks close, but it isn't. Wide ball. Wow. 7 minutes 42 seconds into this game now. A tense affair. But great to see so many people out and supporting. The restart from Fergus. I'm loving his headwear, I have to say. Very festive. Breaks to Johnny. Johnny Mannion's ball in. Well held by Paul. Gives it back to John Kerrigan. And we have a point. First point from play. A great score there from John Kerrigan. Fergus Daly with the restart. Target Mark McDonagh. No free, says the ref. David Prendergast tries to carry two lads. Breaks out to Mark McDonagh. Barry Kincannon in loads of space, but he's not happy with that ball. I wouldn't be either. He's kept it in. Sauce is in the corner. Mike Murphy with space. Keelan Craven. Ball in. Adrian Murphy. 2 points apiece. He never lost it.
Using his power and accuracy there. Beautiful play.
That has his back tied up again at 2 points apiece. It's starting to open up a bit, Dylan. 10 minutes gone at Adwanta.
Thank God for that.
We could be in for a long afternoon.
Bit of a foul in the air there.
Free for Kilbannon. for Kilcondy. Great block. Oisin focusing on the man, but has the ball. Jonathan Mannion using his trademark pace. Back to the brother Paul. Very patient setup here. We hear they've been told to mind the ball. Martin Newell now. Back to Keane Moran. Back to Raymond. Out wide to James Adair. Back into the middle. Out wide to Johnny once more. Now we start to move it. David Prendergast. James Adair breaks the halfway line. Goes back into Ted. Paul takes it at pace. Gives it inside to David Prendergast. Pops it off to Kieran Ryan. Back to Johnny. Back to David. And a great score. Kilbannon leading this affair 3 points to 2. Entertaining football, it has to be said. Restart broken by John Igo, who carries the ball forward. He's within shooting range, but well short. Fergus Daly restarts to Mike Daly, back to Fergus. Being encouraged to come out the field with it. Barry Kincannon gathers the fish pass. And wide to Keane Davin. Daniel Kincannon spreads the ball wide to Conor O'Neill, who's in acres of space. The direct ball once again into Craven. Keelan has it, gathered. Must have been close. Listening to all the oohs and ahs over the far side of the field.
I think we were listening to him before he took the shot. There's a lot of lads here with high fashion haircuts. Very admirable at the start of the game. Pádraig Varley gathers the kick out. Uses Kieran Ryan, back to Pádraig Varley. Oh, the solo didn't help him out there now, but Kieran will gather safely. Back to Raymond Martin, who uses Pádraig Varley once again. Martin Newell. A dangerous pass, but it's back to Pádraig Varley again, and back to Martin Newell. Oh. We're trying to thread balls here, I think, and it's just not working out for them. It seems sloppy. They might be getting their hairs wired at half time there. Barry Kincannon gathers. Breaks the halfway line. No pressure being applied to the ball carrier. The ball inside was interesting, to say the least. Really, to say the least.
I'm sure he knew what he was at. Well, that'll make one of them. Kieran gathers the restart. Paul Mannion calls it. Takes on his man. Using all the pace that he has. A great ball inside. Gathered by number 21, Jason Kelly. And we have our first goal of the game. A great,
exceptional goal.
A great crossfield ball. An outstanding finish. A 4-point lead from Kilbannon at this stage. It seems like our men in green and red just haven't settled quite yet.
Nerves have gotten the better of them at the moment, but hopefully they'll come around.
Brian Hooch Killern gathers the kick out and plays it back to Daniel. Conor Dunleavy needs help, gets it from Brian Killern, who gets a free for an innocuous sort of collision. We go backwards to Barry Kincannon, who's been pressed by Kieran Ryan. Conor O'Neill in a small bit of space. Again the direct ball, straight down Martin Newell's throat. Keane Martin now. In plenty of space, no pressure to be applied until they seem to reach the halfway. I wonder, is that something that they've worked on in the training, did it?
I'd say so. Kilkenny just seems to be struggling a bit at the moment. They're not doing the runs that they have been doing all year.
Brian Igo's ball inside. Big ball into Pádraig Morden. Takes the dummy solo, tries to turn back in. Out to James Adair. A great score. Beautiful point from play. John Paul here calling the shots for Kilbannon on the line. You don't know, Dylan, was he tempted to put the boots on himself?
No, thank God.
Conor Marsden has been introduced, but unfortunately that ball to him. Alan Flaherty was the quicker man to the ball. Pádraig Varley on it. Back to Michael Kerrigan. Paul Newell carries it into that left corner. Comes back out to Michael Kerrigan. Mike holds it up a bit. Gives the hand pass inside. Back to Michael Kerrigan. Oh, side netting. Will they rue missing chances like that, Dylan, once Kilconnelly get the foothold in this game that we expect them to?
It's early days yet, but
Mike Murphy now. He's come out looking for the ball. He carries it in. He's got options inside, but Mike has only eyes for one thing. And a great score. Tommy Mannion now with the restart for Kilbannon. Kieran's up, Kieran's down, Kieran unfortunately missed the ball. Mike Kerrigan breaks it out. Out to Keane Martin, back to Kieran Ryan. That's Alan Flaherty, who's tackled to the ground by Barry Concannon. Direct ball inside, oh, just spilled. Looks like there might have been a bit of a push there from Keane Davin, but nothing from the ref anyways. James Adair gathers the loose ball. To Michael Kerrigan, but he was wrong-footed unfortunately at the time. The ball is loose, roughly outside the 45-yard line. Conor Marsden goes for it, but leaves it off to, is that Ryan O'Neill? Conor Dunleavy now on the ball. To Conor O'Neill, who's got loads of space, and he's got Murphy wide. It's a fantastic score by Liam Glenn. Into his full forward position. He's done that many times before, didn't he?
that he has, and saved our arses over the years too, on many's a game. Trademark move, turn, bang, over the bar. Didn't even look at the goal test then.
Misplaced hand pass finds Conor Marsden. Conor O'Neill now has Murphy inside, and Glynn is open. Back to Liam Glynn. And it's been blocked. It breaks out. They really need to come away from this with the score. Mike Sauce with the effort. A cultured left boot. Another point for Kilconnelly. That brings it back to a two-point game now. 1-4 to 5 points.
It's really turning into a right game now, in fairness.
The crowd's still pouring into this game now. Mind the mics there, Pádraig. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you fucking bollocks.
To Daly. Owen sells the dummy to Pádraig and he buys it willfully. Conor O'Neill's ball. Cross to the brother Ryan. Scorer of our first point of the day. Under pressure a little bit. Mark Devaney plays it out the whole way to Barry Concannon once again. Barry, bereft of options, plays the ball into Keane Davin, into the danger zone. Out to Mark Devaney who dribbles it. Beautiful pick up by James Adair.
Give it to him again, give it to him again!
Mike Kerrigan now. Carries the ball into trouble and is dispossessed. Mike Murphy once more, and yes, Martin Hughes blows the whistle. It's a free into Kilconley. Here's a chance to reduce the deficit to 1 point. Conor Marsden with the free. It's high anyways, but it's wide. You didn't park your car directly behind the goals, did you?
No, I left it at Kilbennan.
It still might not be safe there. Short kick out to Paul Newell, but the hand pass was sloppy. Keane Davin now. Back to Liam Glynn to Keane Davin. Mike Murphy's out wide. Mike has the option, takes the solo. Fantastic Tune Rugby Club tackle there by Keane Martin. Or by Oisin Martin. Oh, that comes off the joint between the two. And it's a 45. It's that sort of contact, Dylan, that we've been looking for all day, really. Ten left. 10 minutes left now in this game. In this half. Ryan O'Neill with another 45. He's further out this time. He had the distance, he had the range, he had the accuracy the last time round. This is going to drop short. Gathered by Jonathan Mannion. Taking the 1-2 and he's on the run. Out to James Adair. Back into number 18, Mark Danaher, according to my list. Dispossessed. Kilbannon free. Paul Newell to Kieran. Kieran out wide to Brian Igo, who's been carrying the ball with intent all day. There's options. Paul Ronan is inside. Just needs to get a hand to it. Gathered by Hooch. Conor Marsden now on the ball.
Kilconley have really started to come into this game in the last 10 minutes.
Using the width. Well read by Jonathan Mannion. And gathered up then by Brian Igo. Some fantastic young players on display today here, Dylan.
It's a great mixture of old and young.
Paul Newell. Wide to Alan Flaherty. Alan has a small bit of time, but is tackled by Conor. Both Conors. Feeds it wide to Mark Danaher. Paul Ronan now on the ball. But a sloppy hand pass has spilled the ball to Conor Dunleavy. Gets it wide to Keane Davin. Owen Daly now. Mike Murphy calling for it inside. Mike has plenty of space if he can keep the ball in. Unfortunately not. 5 years ago there, he would have had it. Unfortunately, time is not kind to any of us. Mark spills it, but it's time to gather. Back to Brian Igo. Oisin Martin carries the ball out. Wide there to Dave McDermott. Another man who hasn't graced this pitch in a while. Great to see him back. Spilt though. Inside to Liam Glynn. Liam to Conor Marsden. Conor Marsden squeezes it in under Tommy Mannion for the second goal of the game. 1-5-1-4. A lot of that came from a miscommunicated restart, I think, didn't it? By Kerrigan now. Hand pass to Paul Newell, who's wrapped up straight away by Mike Murphy. Pádraig Varley was the target there. Breaks to Conor Marsden, who plays it back to Conor O'Neill. Barry Kincannon now. Breaks the halfway line and gives the ball direct inside to Liam Glynn. Spills, but he gathers it once more. Tackle now by Paul Ronan. Spills out. Back to Barry Kincannon. Small bit of space. He likes these ones from range. It has the height, but it's going to drop short. Tommy Mannion gathers comfortably. James Adair, who's been a Duracell bunny since his introduction. Intercepted by Conor Marsden. I think we're trying, the Kilbannon team, I think they're trying balls that are just a bit too difficult.
They've gone from the short game to the long game, and it's not suiting them at the moment. The reintroduction of Paul Mannion is going to change things again, I'd say, for Kilbannon in the next few minutes. So now there's only 5 minutes left.
I think the game might be called off because we've run out of football. Wherever that landed in Pascal Mannion's land, I'm sure he'll return it during the week. Mike Sauce Murphy plays it into the middle. Barry Crofters Kincannon plays it back to Sean Spook Cunningham. Conor Dunleavy gets the hand in, takes the free. Conor O'Neill back to Iarla Farrell to Sean Cunningham. Once again to Conor O'Neill. Number 20 there, the fair side, Mark Devaney. Back to Iarla Farrell once more. Wide to Daniel Kincannon. He's looking for options inside, he doesn't see them. Back to Brian Hooch Canern. Spook once more. Conor Dunleavy breaks the tackle, gets it out to Barry Kincannon. Mike Murphy, he's been involved in everything really, hasn't he?
In fairness, absolutely everything. He's the only one that's really called with the ball in the hand.
Direct ball into Liam Glenn. It spills.
Owen Daly.
Owen Daly using his Kilshanvie United days to chip that one over Tommy Mannion.
Sexual.
Sorry. Think there are children present in it?
My bad.
I'd have to agree though. It
That
was a touch of class.
Fantastic, fantastic goal there.
Kilconnelly starting to pull away now a little bit. 4-point lead. Having turned it around from a 4-point deficit since the last score from Kilbannon. Iarla breaks. Only as far as Brian Igo, who spills. Paul Mannion now on the ball. He's got options inside. James is in the corner if he uses them. Mike Kerrigan. The hand pass out to James Morden. James has time. James has space. James hits the post.
He had more space than the post.
It breaks and it looks like, I don't know about the underfoot conditions down that side, but there seems to be a lot of lads on the ground.
It was in Quairshire Mazel. It was hard to see what was happening there.
Free in signalled by our ref Martin Hughes. Paul thought about going for the quick one. Safe option, took the score. Two 5 to 1-5 now is the count. 2 minutes left on my clock, plus whatever he decides to add on himself.
Fergus Daly just killing a bit of time there, pretending the ball dropped.
It's a bit early for that, Dylan, isn't it?
It's a bit early for that.
Restarts up the middle, caught by Teddy Kerrigan. Using David Prendergast, who's been reintroduced. Wrapped up by Conor O'Neill. Too well wrapped up, I think. Bit of afters there from the two centre forwards.
Not everyone agrees with that decision from the fair side of the field, I see.
Who would be a referee then?
Very true.
Paul with the chance to cut the deficit to 2.
Really needs to get this.
2-point game. I think the reintroduction there of Paul Mannion and David Prendergast really will revitalise this Kilbannon team as we head into half time.
Some would have to question the management for taking them off in the first place.
And that's why he's paid the big bucks.
Sure.
The restart from Kilbannon. Dave McDermott over the far side. Gives it across to Brian Igo. Uses the width to find Teddy Kerrigan. Teddy in space, plays a direct ball in. Paul has it gathered. In the corner though. That's an unbelievable score. 2-5-1-7. And at that, we'll call it half time. I was thinking of myself, will I bring a hat? And I said I wouldn't bother. You tell us when we're back on there now, Mike.
Oh, you're back on.
Oh, we're back on. Things have turned dark during half time, ladies and gentlemen. We're back on the field. Owen Daly on the ball. Back to Keane Davin. Wide to Colin Byrne. Back to Owen Daly. Carries the ball towards the 45-yard line. Mark McDonough back on the field, gathers. Keane Davin once more. Early ball into Liam Glynn. Straight at Tommy Mannion, unfortunately. That would have been a great start to the second half. Paul Ronan. Into Johnny Mannion. An option here for a switch. Paul Ronan once again. Direct ball. Masters wasn't there. David Prendergast has it. He's in trouble. Out to Paul Ronan. Alan Flaherty now. Ball in! Pádraig Moran with the touch there to knock it in past Jamie Igo. Great start to the second half for Kilbannon. Just what they needed, Dylan.
Exactly what they needed. Exactly what they needed. Heads for an interesting game.
Game on now, Jar. John Igo tackling resolutely. No free, says the ref.
That's controversial.
Little mismatch there. Barry Concannon trying to throw John Igo out of the way.
Alan Flaherty wide. John Kerrigan now. Back to Jonathan Mannion. Everyone has moved in out of the rain, except for management. Paul Ronan spilled. Ryan O'Neill is there. Plenty of tackling there by Paul Ronan and Dave McDermott. Early ball to Conor Marsden. Marsden has McDonough in acres of space. That left wand plays a ball into Liam Glynn. Kilkenny looking to respond straight away. Mike Daly with the ball. Penalty called by the referee. I think he was influenced by. I think he might have been influenced by the crowd in that one. No, he went and checked. No VAR needed. Liam Glynn steps up to the plate. And a goal for Kilkenny.
Since Tommy the opposite way. Well taken. Beautifully taken.
That's experience for you. Tommy restarts. Finds Keane Martin. Just about on his own 45-yard line. Involves James Moran. Out to Jonathan Mannion, who carries the ball at pace. Early ball in. Gathered by Paul, who spills, unfortunately. Mike Murphy again. Mark McDonough seems to be the fulcrum there at the start of the second half for ball. Gathered by Brian Igo. Paul Mannion to Keane Martin.
Keane rocking a lovely pair of pink boots there, I see. Easy noticing.
Out wide to John J.K. Kerrigan. Back to Keane Martin. They are a very impressive pair of boots, it must be said.
Well done, Rob.
The ball into Robert McDermott. He worked hard, but it broke out.
All ball. Yours lad.
Very contentious decision here now as to what way the line ball is going, but David Prendergast is on the ball.
Who's in front?
He went for the shot. He probably shouldn't have.
He got the Hail Mary. Any other day he'd have it over the bar.
Management here looking to make more changes. Great catch by Paul Mannion, who's smothered by Michael Murphy again, popping up everywhere. David Prendergast with another ambitious effort. It's not a good sign when the back net doesn't catch it, is it?
That's up beside my car also, I think.
Any more balls lost and we'll have to call the game off. Jamie Igo with the restart. A bullet of a ball, but unfortunately straight to John Igo. John uses John Kerrigan. JK with the effort outside of the boot, and that's why it goes about 5 yards wide, unfortunately.
That's 3 wides for
Robert McDermott leaves the field to tumultuous applause.
214.
Jamie's restart once again seems to hit John Igo just over him. Keane Martin gathers, or Raymond Martin to Keane Martin. David Higgins is on, like a terrier, biting at his heels. Johnny Mannion breaks the halfway line to John Igo. James Moran is an option out wide. Paul Ronan is running through the middle, but he goes the direct ball to Paul Mannion. Intercepted by Hooch Canarn, who hand passes it to David Prendergast of all people. James Moran is in space in the middle, but he goes for the shot himself and takes a great score. It's a sign of his confidence, Dylan. I think that after the last 2 efforts on goal being as wayward as they were,
and to be able to kick it with his weaker foot and put it perfectly over the black spot.
Johnny Mannion, hand being held there. Where I come from, Dylan, if you want to hold a man in hand, you bring him to dinner first, at least, anyways.
Tommy just struggling on the kickouts at the moment. Jersey confusion, I presume.
Our first 45 for Kilbannon. Mr. David Prendergast to take. Conditions are worsening here. But this, if it goes over, will tie things up. I never started the timer, I'm afraid, gentlemen. So I don't know what's gone.
7:20 since the video started.
7.5 minutes gone. So into Paul. Paul finds Jonathan. Jonathan pops it up. And over the bar.
JP, about 7.5 minutes gone.
Thanks, David.
Glad I could be of assistance. Why Jonathan breaks it again. Out wide to 21. I can't make out who that is. Paul Ronan gathers in space. John Igo to Jonathan Mannion. Teddy Kerrigan saunters his way onto the field. James Moran gathers. He's got Alan Flaherty running at pace, but instead finds David Prendergast. David Prendergast to John Kerrigan on the loop. Paul Ronan. Ball into the full forward line, but no one at home, I'm afraid. Owen Daly carries the ball out. Still Owen Daly, crossing the halfway line. Back to Mark McDonough. Mark has options wide. Keane Davin makes a run. Mike Murphy makes a run. Mike receives. Inside into the 45. Lovely ball into Liam Glynn. And a goal.
A well taken goal by David Higgins.
Knew where to be at the time. That has Kilconnelly 3 points up again, 4-5 to 2-8. Goals win games, didn't it?
That they do.
The restart finds John Kerrigan. Sean hits number 20, Brian Igo. Brian's early ball into Paul. Breaks to James Adair. Kilbannon looking to respond immediately, but Jamie Igo more than equal to that effort. Barry Kincannon. Finds who's that? Number 15?
Craven.
Keelan Craven is right. Keen Davin now. Diagonal ball to Conor Marsden. Back out to Davin. Owen Daly now in the middle. Plays the direct ball in. Mark McDonough turns to Conor Marsden. We're hunting for goals here. David Higgins once again. No free. Liam Glynn stopped on the line by John Kerrigan.
You'd have to question that tackle, I'm afraid.
There's been no indication from the umpires. There's been a free out. John Kerrigan channeling the full back skills that he had as an under 12 and under 14 before he made the switch into the full forward line.
Just that long ago, I forgot about that.
It was back then that I played my best football. I played my only football. Brian Igo. Back to Jonathan Mannion. Keane Martin. Patient build up here by Kilbannon. Back to Keane Martin. Keane Davin picks up the sloppy hand pass. Conor Marsden. Back to Craven. Craven into Mark McDonough once again. McDonough has a bit of space. Out wide to Conor Dunleavy, looking to get his name on the scoreboard. Lovely score by Conor. The temperature has turned here, Dylan, and it looks like Kilconnelly have the upper hand. 4 points in it now. Alan Flaherty comes with the ball. Brian Igo once again on it. Keane Martin. Pádraig Varley to Jonathan Mannion. Raymond Martin. Back to Alan Flaherty. Jason Kelly. Back to Pádraig Varley. Pádraig under pressure by Keelan Craven. Back to Jason Kelly.
Johnny K.
Back to Pádraig Varley. Was that off the ground? We'll never know.
It most certainly was.
John Kerrigan now.
Johnny Howe.
The man of many nicknames. Ray Martin carries it forward to Paul Mannion. Paul uses the brother Jonathan. Jonathan with a little bit of space. Stephen Daly now. Raymond Martin back to Paul Mannion. Paul finds John Kerrigan once again. Thinks about it again. Keane Martin out wide to Alan Flaherty. He's within range. He has an effort. Breaks down unfortunately, and the ball comes away from with Kilconnelly. Mark McDonough. And an unorthodox effort to catch the ball.
But Kilconnelly still have it, and he's back to Mark again.
Keelan's ball hits Brian Igo. It's Jonathan Mannion now. John Kerrigan once again. David Prendergast once more. Great tackling by Michael Daly, but ref says otherwise. I think frees are easier to get down this side of the field than up the far side. Controversial statement. Controversial statement, but It's out now, anyways. I have it at 4-6 to 2-8 at the moment. I'm not sure whether that's right though. 4-6-2-9, I'm informed. 3 points in it. All with the free. It has their legs broken high. Teddy Kerrigan tries to catch it into the basket. He turns and off the post and over the bar.
What a score. Not only did he dummy his own player, but he dummied all the rest of them as well. It was beautiful.
We've relied on him a couple of times this year, Dylan, to come up with the results that he has.
There's a reason why they call him Let It In Ted.
Jamie, frustrated at the lack of options from movement from the Kilkenny backs. Brian Igo again with the break. Owen Daly now. Early ball into Mark McDonough and Liam Glynn, the terrible twins. Gathered by Oisín to Pádraig to Martin. Martin has Pádraig Moran ahead of him, has Raymond Martin ahead of him. Raymond has loads of space, acres. He's on his bike, but he's being chased by Conor O'Neill. Pádraig Moran plays it to Pádraig Verley. Martin Newell now has it. Pádraig works it back to Martin again. James Adair to Keane Martin. The pressure being applied here to centre field by the Kilkenny people. It's a momentous effort to them.
It's been a fantastic game so far. Very fantastic.
Early ball into Paul. Just didn't have the legs. Rain seems to be letting up. We've a rainbow over Pat Daly's house. Conor Dunleavy now. To Conor O'Neill. Mike Murphy once again. Mike back to Conor. Conor to Mike Murphy once more.
Into David Murphy.
David Murphy making a reappearance. Back to Michael. And a beautiful score by the Murphys. It's a family affair, Dylan.
That's for certain.
Tommy Mannion now with the restart. Broken and gathered by Keelan Craven. Keelan keeps going to Conor O'Neill. Oh. Unfortunately, Adrian's soccer skills let him down at that moment.
He's actually asked to be the referee.
Have we a case now?
I think he
I don't know who's doing that. I don't know who's doing that.
Keelan. Wide to David Murphy. David being mounted by Paul Newell. Paul breaks to the ball though. Free out against the returning Scruff Murphy.
He feels he's been hard done by there, which is hard to see. He's wintered well, or Scruff has, over the last 9 years.
That looks like Turkey, alright. Keane Martin to Paul Mannion. Paul has options, but goes himself. Breaks one tackle, breaks two tackles. David Prendergast now uses the width from Martin Newell. Martin Newell's shot is blocked, but it finds its way to David Prendergast. Prender's effort is wide. Delayed reaction there by the umpires.
We couldn't afford to lose any more football, so he was just concerned about that, I think, at the time.
3-point game now. 4-7, 2-10. The restart wasn't great. James Adair is on the ball. Oh! An acrobatic looking save there from Jamie Igo. One for the highlight reel, I think, Dylan.
I think so. Mike will have his work cut out to try and get all that in. It was beautiful.
Oh, Jesus, sorry.
David Prendergast now with the 45. As the sun emerges once again here. Short run up. It's going left though. Broken to Pádraig Morton. The shot is saved. The excitement palpable here. He'll have another effort from a more central position, suiting the right foot, I think, this time, Dylan.
At this stage, I'd nearly prefer to see him kick out his left. Change of ownership.
It was looking like we were going getting a training ground set piece there, but the Kilconnelly defenders were awake to it. Paul Mannion this time. Slightly longer run up. Short again. A goal! Last touched by Stephen Daly going in. But I think we'll have to go to the goals committee to see who actually did get the last touch on that one. Stephen did punch the air though, kissing the badge. That ties it up now. 4-7 to 3-10. Time left.
About 10 minutes.
Roughly 10 minutes, I'm told. We're in for a grandstand 10 minutes here now, Dylan.
Oh, this is going to be an exciting 10 minutes. An exciting.
People are on their feet because all the seats are wet. David Prendergast turns. A fantastic score.
Beautiful score. Beautiful score.
Kilbannon management here confirmed they're starting to believe, I think. Kilconnelly come up with the ball. Is that Michael Daly? No. Some tough tackling there. I'd say we could have seen the first card had the play not been restarted so quickly.
And if the Red actually had cards.
Mike Murphy, centre field. Colin Byrne. Colin plays the dummy short ball, but only as far as Kieran Ryan, who gathers comfortably. Dave McDermott to Martin Newell, who's taken out of it unceremoniously by Adrian Murphy. John Igo wants to get back on the field so much he doesn't want to take off the jumper. Adrian Murphy getting a warning there from the referee, I think, rightly so. Somehow it was a free in, but we've restarted with Kilconnelly on the ball.
You do the compromise. Oh, I'm there.
Great effort by Barrick and Cannon. Beautiful score. I think John Newell wants a mic. I'd say Mikey doesn't have to come down too much further. James Adair again.
Oh, what a fantastic pick up there by Ted.
David Prendergast now drives at pace. Is there anyone to catch him? There isn't. Oh!
What an effort.
A fantastic score. Rifle to the back of the net. I think if Kilconnelly had both of their keepers in there, they wouldn't stop that one, did it?
Definitely not. That was top corner. That was beautifully taken.
Ryan O'Neill is now taking the restarts. Aims for David Murphy. John Igo has him well wrapped up though.
Barry Concannon comes. Beautiful.
Beautiful touch there by Conor O'Neill. Ref is giving a free though. Sean Cunningham wants to get the ball moving again.
Tony are arguing that he could have played advantage.
Conor O'Neill's high ball in is well dealt with by Oisin, who then passes it directly to Sean Cunningham. Conor O'Neill! Great goal!
from one end to the other. This is exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Kilbannon manager's throwing his hat to the ground. He's disgusted with that at the moment.
Selector's not happy either. Ties it up, I think, at 5-7 to 4-10. I think. We're going to double check that.
5-8-4-11 it says up there.
5-8-4-11 it says up there. They're giving away scores good, though. Still ties it up, though. Kilconnelly back in possession of the ball. Owen Daly now wide right. Has time, has space, goes back. Barry Kincannon. Keane Davin now carries the ball forward to John Patrick Byrne. JP carries past the 45, but well read by Dave McDermott.
A little nutmeg there, that's beautiful.
Mark Devaney to Keane Davin to Daniel Kincannon. All the way back to Barry Kincannon. There aren't too many people behind him. Owen Daly back to Daniel. Colin Byrne, Conor O'Neill back to Colin, back to Daniel. Back to Barry Kincannon. Michael Kerrigan is doing his best to press the ball all over the field. Back to Owen Daly. JP on the ball. With time and space, wants to go forward. Urgent to go forward, but goes backwards. Owen Daly. Wide to Barry Kincannon. The crowd urging them forward to look for that elusive score to give them the lead. Ryan O'Neill to David Murphy. David carries forward, runs into trouble. It looks like a fair shoulder-to-shoulder challenge, but
no, from my angle here, Seamus, it looked like he hit him straight into the chest.
Michael Murphy with the free. Roughly 40 yards out, slightly to the right hand side of the post. Trusty left boot here to come, I think. Drops short. Tommy Mannion has the ball and he's tackled by 4, I think.
There's the reason why they call him the Baldock.
Michael Kerrigan gathers. He has options forward. Mark Danaher carries the ball to Jonathan Mannion, who's in space. He needs to get a touch on it though. Daniel has it wrapped up. Daniel Kincannon works it back to Owen Daly. Owen's option was wide to Barry Kincannon. Looking for John Patrick Byrne. JP on the ball. Turns back in the way. Back to Barry Kincannon. Big crossfield ball. There's pressure on him. Daniel has it gathered though. Conor O'Neill now to Spook. Spook back to Conor. Conor plays the ball directly to John Igo. John looks to find Paul Mannion. Paul pressed by Conor Marsden. James Morden on the ball now. Paul looking for it back. Keane Davin tackling. Big effort into Teddy Kerrigan. Teddy gathers. Back out to David Prendergast. Looking for space. It's a score for David Prendergast and Kilbannon, which gets us point up now. There can't be much time left.
2-3 minutes.
Plus whatever the ref adds on, so JK is back in. Don't know what I agree with that decision. Goal scorer Stephen Daly pulled off by his own brother. Unusual terminology there, doesn't it?
One word well used to it.
Teddy goes for it again. It's a big one. When they've needed scores, Dylan, he's come up with them.
Ted is there. Beautiful. High ball in around the square. Ted had it perfectly. Laid out. Any position. He can play from any position. He's unreal.
Jamie's restart under pressure. Sees a ball in for Kilbannon. Martin Newell. Is it a case now of mind the ball? At 2 points up, it's a dangerous way to play the game. Back to Paul Mannion. Paul has JK as an option. Oshie looking for the ball. Alan Flaherty looking for the ball. Everyone wants to get on it now at this stage. John Igo back on the ball.
Johnny, hold on to it.
Ball into Jason Kelly, who was busy putting on one glove as the ball came to him. Has it gathered and saved. Back to Teddy. Teddy uses the option outside of brother John. John back to Teddy. Teddy to John Igo. Beautiful score by John Igo. 5-8 to 4-14 now I make it. Kilconnelly really need a goal now at this stage. The restart, I don't think it was 14 yards, but the referee's back turned to it. John Patrick Byrne now. Carries at pace while being hassled by Jonathan Mannion. Owen Daly now breaks the tackle. Teddy's in and Teddy intercepts. David Higgins. Kilconnelly pushing people forward. Keane Davin now on the ball. Sean Cunningham back to Keane Davin. Keane has John Patrick Byrne there. I think Kilconnelly looking for a soft free there. Referee wasn't having it. And a free out instead. Sometimes it's just not your day, then. Calls from the line, the Kilbannon line here is to urge the ball forward. Ref has decided he's going to throw it in. Controversial decision. Let's see what happens here. Kilconnelly need a goal. They're bombing the big men in around the box. They don't even have possession of the ball yet. Kilbannon break. Big switch to Paul Newell. And full time, ladies and gentlemen. Kilconnelly 5-8, Kilbannon 4-14. A 3-point win. Scoreboard agrees.
Scoreboard agrees.
Over 50 lads in town out here today, and a few hundred people here to come and support it. As I said, we split the parish in two for the purpose of this, but it's really about bringing everyone together, and it's great to have everyone together this time of year especially, and I think everybody deserves a good round of applause for well done that. As well as bringing everyone together, I suppose there's two other reasons we're here as well. Number one is to raise a bit of money for the club, but more importantly raise a bit of money for Galway Hospice as well. And combined with the walk and this today, it's been a great success, so well done to everyone there who organised that. And just finally then as well, I suppose the winning team gets here today is the PJ Murphy Cup. And PJ made a massive contribution to this club, especially underage coaching wise. And it's great that the Cup has been kind of relaunched this year for this match. And it's also brilliant that both David and Adrian are home, so that all the Murphys are here. So on that note, I'm going to ask PJ's wife Geraldine to present the Cup to the winning team captain, Paul Mannion.
I just want to thank everyone for coming. Peter was a great Kilconnelly man, and he taught the world of this club. And thanks very much for everyone that took part. And Thank you, Jane.
No, just as John said, lads, great to have this memorial come back. 2 years gone by, we didn't have it with COVID and everything. Good game of football there today. Few of the behind lads not happy with a few decisions, but I think it was always like Kilbannon are the better footballers.